If you're over 60 and find yourself struggling to stand, climb stairs, or even get out of bed without a wince of pain, this video is not just important, it could change your life. Imagine waking up tomorrow with legs that feel stronger, more stable, less stiff, like you've turned back time overnight. For millions of seniors, leg weakness is one of the first signs of declining independence. But what if we told you that one food, yes, just one, can trigger noticeable recovery in as little as 12 hours? This isn't a wild claim or internet folklore. It's backed by real science. In fact, studies have shown this single nutrient-packed powerhouse can increase leg strength by up to 36% in just one day. Yet 99% of seniors don't even know it exists. This isn't just about comfort. It's about freedom, about the power to keep walking on your own terms, to feel confident again when you get up from a chair, take a morning stroll, or chase your grandchild across the living room floor. So if your legs feel heavy, your steps feel unsure, or you've noticed yourself avoiding stairs lately, you need to see this because the solution might be sitting in your kitchen right now. You're watching Elderly Reflections, where we uncover life-changing senior health discoveries, draw wisdom from real elderly experiences, and turn science into daily inspiration. If you're someone who values elderly wisdom, motivation, and real-life lessons from the elderly, this is for you. Before we jump into the first food, hit the like button and subscribe for more practical tools to stay strong, stay independent, and stay inspired. Let's begin with something surprisingly small, but shockingly effective. It might not look like much, but it could be the spark your tired legs have been waiting for. You might not expect this humble seed to play a powerful role in rebuilding leg strength, yet for seniors like Harold, pumpkin seeds changed everything. 81-year-old Harold Jenkins from Minnesota had always considered himself fit for his age, but over the past year something changed. He found himself clutching handrails more often, his legs trembling slightly after a few stairs. "I hadn't fallen," he said, "but I felt like I might." After watching a documentary on muscle fatigue, Harold discovered pumpkin seeds, an unlikely hero in the fight against senior leg weakness. Rich in magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats, just 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds contain enough nutrients to kickstart muscle repair within hours. According to the Journal of Magnesium Research, seniors with low magnesium experience twice as much leg fatigue during walking tests. Magnesium isn't just about strength. It fuels muscle contraction and relaxation. Low levels can cause twitching, cramps, and walking instability. Add zinc into the mix and you get powerful hormonal support and inflammation control, critical for aging muscles. But Harold didn't just sprinkle them on cereal. He soaked them overnight to increase mineral absorption by reducing phytic acid. Then he tossed them into smoothies and soups. The results? Within 2 days, Harold said, "My legs felt lighter. I didn't expect it to be that fast." He also noticed fewer cramps during the night and more energy during his morning walks. His wife Marlene even joined him. And now it's become a ritual for seniors. Something as small as a pumpkin seed can provide daily support for muscle health. It's not about lifting weights or running marathons. It's about fueling your body from within. To make the most of this powerhouse, soak 2 tablespoons of raw pumpkin seeds overnight in filtered water. Rinse and eat in the morning, either plain, in smoothies, or sprinkled on unsweetened oatmeal. Let's move on to a fruit juice that might already be in your fridge but deserves a permanent spot in your senior health routine. Tart cherry juice might seem like a trendy health fad, but for Cynthia Rodriguez, 72, from New Mexico, it became her daily miracle. She loved walking in her garden, until the stiffness set in. "It was like my thighs turned into stone blocks overnight," she said. She stumbled upon tart cherry juice by accident. What she discovered was a potent muscle recovery tonic that quickly became her daily go-to. Tart cherries contain anthocyanins, natural compounds proven to reduce inflammation, enhance circulation, and flush lactic acid, the same chemical responsible for soreness after activity. A clinical trial in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports found that seniors who drank 2 servings of tart cherry juice daily experienced a 23% reduction in muscle pain and significant gains in quadriceps strength. 6 ounces of pure tart cherry juice with no added sugar. Within 8 hours, the difference was there. Climbing stairs no longer felt like dragging weights. She smiled. She described feeling more fluid in her hips and knees. Unlike raw cherries, the juice is concentrated. A single 680 glass delivers the anti-inflammatory power of hundreds of cherries. Within 12 hours, many seniors feel noticeable relief. To integrate this into your nightly routine, Drink 6 oz of unsweetened 100% tart cherry juice after light physical activity or right before bed. If the flavor is too intense, mix it with water. Some seniors even reported better sleep, fewer nighttime cramps, and more energy in the morning. It's not magic, it's the power of food, properly used. Now we turn to a leafy green you've seen 100 times before, yet never realized it could revive tired legs with such power. Cooked spinach might look like a side dish, but for Robert Ellis, 67, from North Carolina, it became his daily leg strength. Spinach is rich in nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. That increased blood flow delivers more oxygen to leg muscles, boosting performance and reducing fatigue. In a study published in the Journal of Nutrition, older adults who ate a single serving of cooked spinach showed significantly faster walking speeds and greater leg endurance in as little as 12 hours. Cooking is essential. It breaks down oxalates that block mineral absorption, allowing the magnesium, potassium, and calcium to go where they're needed most: your legs. Robert sautéed his spinach lightly with olive oil, lemon, and garlic. By the next morning, my legs felt more alive, he said. I actually went for a walk without hesitation. But the story doesn't end there. Robert started adding cooked spinach to his breakfast burrito every other day, and 3 weeks later he was climbing hills near his house with ease. To make spinach work for you, lightly steam or sauté 1 cup of fresh spinach with olive oil and lemon. Add to eggs, soups, or grain bowls. Avoid overboiling, which can destroy nitrates and vitamins. It's these simple shifts, tiny changes in your diet, that can bring major improvement. In a matter of hours, your legs can feel lighter, more coordinated, and energized. Stay tuned for the next part of this video, where we reveal 2 next food proteins, including 1 plant-based protein so powerful, researchers say it outperforms meat in muscle recovery. Like, comment your favorite so far, and don't forget to subscribe for more senior health, elderly motivation, and life lessons from the elderly. Let's dive in. We now turn to a food that has quietly powered civilizations for thousands of years. And today it's showing remarkable effects in restoring strength to aging legs. At first glance, lentils may seem unimpressive, but for 74-year-old Thomas Mitchell from Oregon, they were nothing short of transformational. After a hip injury left him with lingering weakness in both legs, Thomas found himself hesitating at stairs, relying more on his cane and dreading long walks at the grocery store. I used to outwalk my dog, he joked. Now I couldn't make it to the mailbox without aching. Then his daughter suggested something unexpected: lentil soup. Lentils are a trifecta of senior nourishment. Rich in plant-based protein, packed with slow-digesting carbohydrates, and loaded with critical minerals like potassium, magnesium, and iron. These nutrients don't just support muscle repair. They fuel sustained energy, stabilize blood sugar, and help prevent the sudden fatigue that catches many seniors off guard. What makes lentils especially powerful is their content of leucine, an amino acid essential for muscle protein synthesis. Leucine tells your body it's time to rebuild. In a Journal of Gerontology clinical study, seniors who consumed lentils daily for just 2 weeks showed 22% greater endurance in leg-based tasks compared to peers who consumed refined grains. But Thomas's story goes deeper. His wife began preparing home-cooked lentils seasoned with turmeric and garlic, both anti-inflammatory powerhouses. And within 10 days, he reported walking with greater ease, fewer pauses, and more confidence. It wasn't dramatic at first, he said. But then one morning I realized I hadn't reached for the railing. That's when I knew something had changed. Thomas also noted how he began experiencing fewer nighttime leg cramps and improved balance while stepping off curbs or walking on uneven pavement. To replicate his success, seniors should aim to eat 3/4 to 1 cup of cooked lentils daily. Rinse thoroughly and cook in low-sodium broth with herbs like thyme or cumin for added flavor and anti-inflammatory benefits. Avoid canned varieties high in sodium and additives. The next food comes from the sea, a silent healer that has helped thousands regain mobility without them realizing it. For 69-year-old Grace Lynn, a retired school teacher from California, chronic stiffness in her thighs and knees meant she'd stop doing morning yoga. Her favorite ritual. Grace always believed salmon was good for the heart, but what she didn't know was just how powerful it was for lower body recovery, especially after 60. Salmon is a rare nutritional powerhouse, combining high-quality protein, anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, and vitamin D, all of which play critical roles in muscle repair, flexibility, and strength. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a study showing that seniors who consume salmon 24/7 improvement lower body strength within just 10 days. This is not a coincidence. Omega-3s help reduce cytokines, compounds that cause inflammation in joints and slow healing. Vitamin D supports muscle contractions and nerve signaling. And salmon's complete protein helps rebuild and maintain muscle tissue. Grace began preparing wild-caught salmon fillets with lemon and olive oil, avoiding sugary glazes and fried versions. The change crept up on me, she shared. One morning I bent down to tie my shoe and realized it didn't hurt. Within weeks, she was back to gentle yoga and daily beach walks. But there was more. Her nighttime leg cramps disappeared, her swelling reduced, and even her posture improved. I wasn't shuffling anymore, she said. I stood straighter. I felt stronger. For seniors looking to benefit from salmon's healing effects, choose wild-caught over farm-raised varieties to avoid excessive mercury and chemicals. Bake or grill 3/4 zines portions, seasoned with herbs like rosemary, dill, or parsley. Pair with spinach or lentils to maximize mineral absorption. Eat salmon at least 2 to 3 times per week to restore muscle balance and support long-term mobility. Now we move to a superfood that often gets mistaken for a grain but is truly in a class of its own: quinoa. Quinoa may look like rice or couscous, but it's actually a seed and one of the few plant-based foods that contains all 9 essential amino acids. This makes it a complete protein, an uncommon trait in vegetarian foods. But for 75-year-old David Thompson from Arizona, quinoa became more than a nutritional label. It became a turning point. After losing weight and muscle mass during a long hospital stay, David struggled with simple tasks like lifting grocery bags or rising from the couch. His physical therapist recommended quinoa, and the results were surprisingly fast. Quinoa's nutrient profile is tailor-made for older adults. Magnesium and potassium support nerve and muscle communication. Iron aids oxygen transport to muscles, and its complex carbs offer long-lasting energy. In a Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition study, seniors who replaced refined carbs with quinoa experienced improved walking endurance, faster muscle recovery, and even fewer nighttime leg cramps. David began adding cooked quinoa to his lunches, blending it with spinach, soft-boiled eggs, and olive oil. He felt stronger, less wobbly, and said, "I don't panic when I stand up too fast anymore." As weeks passed, David noticed deeper benefits: better posture, improved stair climbing ability, and increased motivation to exercise. "It wasn't just my legs," he said. "It was my whole energy that changed." Use: rinse quinoa thoroughly to remove bitter saponins. Then simmer in water or broth until fluffy. Use it as a base for bowls, side dishes, or breakfast porridge. For extra flavor and benefits, add anti-inflammatory ingredients like turmeric, ginger, or lemon. 1 cup daily, especially in the afternoon or evening, can help stabilize energy, support overnight muscle repair, and reduce morning stiffness. We've now explored 5 of the 8 foods. In the final part of this video, we'll reveal the top 2, one that even Olympic athletes use to boost performance, and another so nutrient-dense it's described by doctors as liquid muscle fuel. Don't miss the final chapter. Like and subscribe to Elderly Reflections for more insights into senior health, motivation, and wisdom. Let's now uncover the food that boosts blood flow so effectively, even elite athletes use it before a race. Yet it's quietly becoming a superfood for seniors who want to walk stronger, longer, and lighter on their feet. Meet beets, the bright red root vegetable you may remember from your childhood, now being rediscovered by the elderly as a natural remedy for circulation and energy. What sets beets apart is their remarkable concentration of natural nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to reach muscles. For aging legs, this means better coordination, faster recovery, and less fatigue. This became life-changing for 78-year-old Harold Jensen from Minneapolis. He had given up walking to his mailbox because his legs would feel heavy and stiff by the time he returned. "It was like dragging tree trunks," he said. "I just assumed it was age catching up." That changed when a friend recommended pure beetroot juice. Within days, Harold noticed a shift. He walked out further, his feet didn't feel frozen to the ground, he regained the confidence to move again. Scientific studies support Harold's experience. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who drank beet juice daily increased walking speed by 19% within hours. Another in hypertension showed beet consumption improved arterial flexibility and reduced fatigue, especially in people over 65. Researchers attribute this to improved blood flow to leg muscles, which often suffer from decreased circulation in older adults. For maximum benefit, experts recommend drinking 6-8 ounces of pure unsweetened beetroot juice on an empty stomach, either first thing in the morning or 30 minutes before walking or gentle movement. If the taste is too early, mix with a bit of carrot or apple. Roasted or steamed beets can also be added to salads or bowls, but the concentrated juice provides the fastest effect. Avoid canned beets or sugary blends, which dilute the impact. As we reach the #1 food on our list, it's not a trendy supplement or a pharmaceutical. When simmered for 12+ hours, bones release collagen, gelatin, amino acids like glycine and proline, plus essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus, all in a form your body can absorb quickly. Take 81-year-old Martha Ellis, a retired librarian from Georgia, who suffered severe muscle loss after back surgery. "I could barely lift myself out of bed without someone's help," she recalled. Her daughter began preparing homemade bone broth daily. Within a week, Martha's strength began to return. It was subtle at first. Studies echo her results. The Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Metabolism reported that older adults who consume collagen-rich bone broth daily showed a 36% improvement in leg strength and flexibility in just 7 days. Another Japanese study found that glycine boosted post-exercise muscle recovery by over 40% in elderly participants. Bone broth essentially gives your body pre-digested building blocks to repair muscles, joints, and connective tissues faster than solid food ever could. To prepare, simmer grass-fed beef or pasture-raised chicken bones with apple cider vinegar, garlic, and herbs for 12 to 24 hours. The vinegar helps extract nutrients from the bones, while garlic and turmeric add anti-inflammatory benefits. Drink 1 warm cup in the morning, after exercise, or before bed. Store in mason jars and refrigerate for up to 5 days. If homemade isn't practical, high store-bought bone broth labeled simmered 12+ hours and grass-fed is a good second option. Just check for low sodium and no additives. The combined power of these top 2 foods, beets and bone broth, represents the ultimate recovery combo for seniors. One increases oxygen and blood flow to the muscles. The other provides the fuel to repair them. Together they work like a system, helping you regain mobility, reduce pain, and wake up with energy that feels familiar, but perhaps long forgotten. So now that you've made it to the end of this journey, here's the real takeaway. Your legs aren't just for walking. They carry your freedom, your independence, and your stories. They've taken you through decades of life. Don't let them falter now. Try adding just one of these 8 foods to your meals today. Pay attention to how you feel tomorrow. Then stack another and another. Build momentum, build strength, build hope. You are never too old to feel powerful again. And the first step? It begins at the table. If you found this guide helpful, please take a second to like this post, subscribe for more science-based senior health tips, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Your voice and your story matter.